Have you ever been caught in the rain on a horrible, miserable winter's day, getting absolutely soaked and not really being able to get out of it? You get stuck in a rut, don't you? By yourself, cold, miserable, wanting to go home, but you've got another hour's walk before you get there, and it's awful. And suddenly, the only thing in the world that matters to you is your own suffering, your own problems. Nobody else around you is important. Well, that's very similar to a problem in philosophy called solipsism. The idea that your mind, your consciousness, your identity is the only thing that really actually truly exists and nothing else around you does. It's been going around in philosophical debates for hundreds of years now, and no one has to this day managed to figure out a way to argue against it. Solipsism, unfortunately, is part of human identity. That you and I believe that our minds are the only things that exist. And it's impossible to figure out a way to prove for definite that that's not the case. And when you start acting like that, when you start being in that sense of solipsism, of being alone in your own mind, suddenly nihilism, depression, anxiety, loneliness creep in and take over. And then suddenly the rainstorm that was outside of your body is inside of your mind. It's part of you. You are the rain. To escape it, you have to understand that the only way to escape it is by other people. Other human beings. People exist, or at least we think they do. We can't be certain, but we think they do. And we think they're real, and we think they are part of our lives. And if we accept that and allow them to creep into our lives, they can bring a ray of sunshine. But a lot of people in the world currently are living in their own rainstorms. Depression, poverty, anxiety, they lead to all kinds of woes. And it's our job, as people that work in a school, the people that look after a desperate community at times, to see those people who are living in this soliptic kind of world by themselves, constantly only caring about their own suffering because it's all consuming, to be able to walk in, to stop the rain, and just for a moment bring a ray of sunshine. Now these people might be the students' families, they might be other teachers at school, they might be students' parents, they might be grandparents, they might be yourself. And at this time of lockdown, this time of isolation, solipsism is creeping into a lot of people's minds. A lot of people are only really caring about themselves. So, today, on our Wednesday Wisdom Day, I'd like you to try and use a little bit of wisdom from philosophy that have gone around for 2,000-3,000 years. Aristotle once said, the greatest love a man can have is with his friends. Friendship is the closest bond a man or a woman can have with another human being. You trust them, you love them, you give them everything. The second thing that we should understand is that we can't be friends with everybody. Some people we simply won't like, and others will detest. But most importantly, we need to understand that the people who we don't like, the people who are rude, arrogant, mischievous, horrible in fact sometimes, are quite often the people who need us the most. Today and in the future, I'd like you to think about how you can be the person that opens the world, opens the doors to these people in need. How you could possibly make a difference in someone's life. This week I sent out an email asking you all, if it's possible, to bring in just a small bit of food for the people who attend our school and their families. And if you were able to do that, or even if you were able to ring a parent, ask how they were, asking them a member of staff how their day's been going, and bring just a little bit of sunshine, a little ray of hope into their lives, you'll make this sometimes dreadful rainy world a slightly better place. Thank you for listening to me. I'm going to go inside now because it's really cold. See you later.